Hello Zimbabwe, hello Africa. My name is Ashley Nyarwanga from Farming 263. Today we are in Marondera where we are visiting a farmer, Mr. Wadditon Tsoka, who I would love to call Boss Waddy as his fellow team call him. Without wasting much of your time, we are now heading to Mr. Wadditon Tsoka where we are going to talk about what he is doing at this farm. Tsoka. Mr. Wadditon Tsoka. We are here as Farming 263.
All right.
I want to find out what you are doing. Want you to tell our viewers what you are doing here. I'm seeing a wonderful project here.
All right.
So we are expecting our farmers at home or our viewers at home to learn from whatever that you're doing. So I would like you to introduce yourself to the viewers.
All right. Hello fellow farmers, hello viewers. My name is Wadditon Tsoka and I'm the farm manager at Espiro Farm, which is here in Marondera. So basically what we're doing here, we're mainly focusing on horticulture, specializing in tomatoes, butternuts and potatoes. Of course we sometimes do pepper and other small vegetables just for our cash flows.
Okay, so Mr. Wadditon Tsoka, before we go any further, it's unfortunate that we came yesterday but we couldn't shoot. You managed to take us through the tour of your field, right? But firstly, our farmers at home would like to know, how old are you?
Well, I'm fairly young. I'm 24 years.
Wow, at 24 years and you have managed to run this farm. Can you tell us how big is the farm?
Well, it's 90 hectares with 60 hectares arable land. Yeah.
And then I understand that you have a team that you work with. How big is the team?
I work with a team of 20, and if it's just one of those days where we are very busy, we hire labor from our neighboring farmers and stuff. And
from what I saw yesterday, there are some older guys who you work with. How do you manage to, like, let's say, to control them without them like feeling that you're disrespecting them?
Okay, so what I use in terms of leadership, it's more like we first discuss things that you want to do and I ask them, what do you think about this? If it's in line with what I was thinking, it's okay, but if it's not, I give it as a suggestion, like so I was thinking of this and this, what do you think? And in most cases it works, if not all. Yeah.
Okay. So today what are you going to show us here? And I understand most of the work you did it yesterday. For our farmers and viewers at home, we managed to capture some of the videos that you have been doing. I saw you were spraying, you were harvesting your tomatoes, and also some of the members were picking some potatoes there.
Yes.
So, Mr. Wadditon, can we talk about the tomatoes?
All right. This is quite a troubleshooting crop, if I may say. There's so many challenges, unpredictable, starting from the market, the way you plant it. I mean, it's a lot of things. But what I can just say, if you want to plant tomatoes, make sure you want to sacrifice all your time, all the resources, all the passion, everything. It's just to be passion driven, goal driven. Otherwise, if you don't do that, you'll fall and you'll never get up.
Okay. Yeah. So how big is your tomato project?
Okay, so I've got the indeterminate type, which is Trinity.
What is that? When you say indeterminate, what is it?
Okay, I can say long season varieties like it grows taller, bears more fruits, can harvest for up to 6 months, if not more, depending with the management, of course. Okay. And then I have 1 hectare of the gem type, which is a short season variety. It's just bush, it doesn't grow tall, it can just go for 3 to 4 months. So that's the gem type. So those are the tomatoes that I do here.
Okay, so we want to learn, we are here to learn. Okay, so can you tell us like your 5 key secrets that keeps your tomato looking good? Okay. I think at home you're seeing how good it is. You see how good it is. Like so, we want to know how do you manage this one?
Okay, so what I generally do is before I do anything, I scout. You scout and I communicate with my crops what they need at
what do you mean
time.
By communicating? How do you see this crop needs this and this crop is lacking this?
All right. So by profession, I'm an agronomist.
Yeah.
I've studied these crops for 4 years,
really?
If I may say. Yeah. So I know the morphology, the physiology. So whenever I look up to a leaf, generally according to what we've learned and a bit of experience that I have, if I see and if it's kind of light texture and stuff, I can actually see, you know what, there's some feed which is lacking in this one. If there is some piercing through the leaf, I can actually identify, you know what, I really need to spray, there is this and that. So depending with what I've scouted, that's what I'm going to do as a remedy.
Okay.
So that's how I kind of communicate with my plants. If it's during hot days, just walk in the field and see if the crop outlook, is it vigor, is it tega? If not, I now know that I need to irrigate and stuff like that. So that's what I mean by communicating with my plants.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you are taking notes, because what this man is saying, I also did agriculture, but he's far ahead from me. So guys, at home, I hope you're learning. This is Farming 263. Please, we are going to take a short break, a commercial break, and then we come back with some more information from Mr. Wadditon.
Hi, are you looking for a solution to your optical problem with main emphasis on your glasses? We, as optical masters, we offer the following services: cutting and fitting of lenses onto frames. Secondly, we also repair and replace broken frames or lenses. And also, do you need a frame revamp? Life is too short to have boring glasses, so you do not need to worry where to get your high quality frames and lenses. Optical Masters is there to save you. And also, if you need sunglasses and blue light blocking glasses, I mean the original ones, you can come to Optical Masters. We'll be very happy to save you. Please check our details below and get in touch with us as soon as possible.
We saw your tomatoes, but before we talk about this crop that we have in here, I'm seeing your tomatoes there. Yeah, they have some blocks. Okay. Tell me, what is the importance of segmenting your crop like?
Okay, so firstly, this design is based on our irrigation system. We use drip irrigation. So with the drip irrigation, the drip lines doesn't have to stretch for over 50 meters. So a hectare is 100 meters long, so definitely has to be divided into two to make sure that each drip line is 50 meters long, so that we maintain the pressure, to make sure that each orifice at the end and at the start emits the same volume of water. So that's basically the idea. And the other thing is for identification. Like you can actually note, today we're harvesting in first block, and they can actually note, no, this is the first block. Or if we have a problem, we know the problem is in third block, it's in fourth block. You can also even isolate problems, you see. So that's the importance of blocking or dividing your fields.
All right, thank you so much. I hope you are learning, guys. So I'm just seeing green, Mr. Wadditon. What are you doing with this green? What is it? Okay.
Okay, so this is my butternut crop, which is just half a hectare. For me, it's just something like a trail, but the trail is looking well. Like it's my fifth time of doing it. I mean, it's just wonderful as you are seeing it. Yeah.
Which crop is it? Like, sorry, which variety is this one?
Okay, this is Sheba. It's Sheba from Charter Seeds.
Why did you select this variety? Can you tell me like the secret behind you choosing the variety?
Okay, so from my research, I've heard that Sheba has got good shelf life, bigger fruits. I mean, my market obviously needs bigger fruits. So that was the main driving force, and also resistance to certain diseases that I cannot mention right now, but yeah, it's quite good.
I was going to talk about the market needs, but since you have mentioned that your market needs bigger fruits, right? How is it for a farmer? How important is it for a farmer to plant something which is based on the market requirements?
Okay, so before I had to plant this crop, I just did a market survey, and my market is informal market, that is Mbari, and they pack their fruits in those bags, 60 kg bags. So I then did my calculations. Okay, so for me to beat this market, to make sure that it's profitable for me, which variety do I have to choose? Firstly, it was bigger fruits, and then the others were additionals. So with this crop, I know I can get up to 3 kgs per fruit. So I can use, less fruits to fill up that 60 kg Tsoka bag that they use when marketing those.
Would you mind, maybe our viewers at home, they're just seeing the green. Would you mind to show them one or two of the crops?
Okay.
So that they know what you're talking about.
All right, they're not yet mature, so they're still green, but I don't mind. So this is one of them. I've actually cut his life short, but anyways, so this is one of my butternut fruits, and by looking at this, it's probably at 1.5 kg. The goal is to get as much as possible, so that I get the best out of my market.
Ladies and gentlemen, you said it's at what stage right now?
Well, it's like a bulking stage. That's what the seeds is developing, more flesh, more size and stuff.
All right.
Yeah.
So how long does it take for it to reach maturity?
85 days.
85 days.
Yes.
And now we're
at 60.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a 60-day-old butternut, and we're expecting to reach
85 days.
85.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Tsoka.
Yeah.
Which field are we in right now?
Okay, so now we are in our potato section, where I set up 5 hectares of potatoes, and so far I've harvested 4 hectares. Now left with 1 hectare, which is still yet to reach its full maturity.
Okay, so these potatoes, where do you take them to?
Okay, so currently I was supplying the local market, Marendra, then Mbare, and some of the other tubers I was supplying to Simbisa brands.
Okay, so can you tell me the different requirement of these markets in terms of your potatoes? I understand that these are different markets with different requirements.
Yeah.
What is it that you do when planting? Maybe let's say in your spacing, does it determine something when your crop comes out, or maybe the variety? Can you just explain something on that?
Okay, so the informal market, which is Mbari Misiga and others, doesn't require a specific type of tubers or variety. All they need is a sizable tuber. It doesn't matter the shape and stuff like that. But for Insco, they are for chipping, so they need them round. So whenever I am planting, I make sure that I have a fine tooth which contributes to regular shaped tubers, so that I can supply to Simbisa and other up there markets. And then for the other tubers which are irregular but even large, then small tubers and stuff, that's what I sell to the local market, because they don't mind about that. All that they need is just a tuber which is healthy, looking fresh and all.
Okay, so which varieties did you plant on these fields?
Okay, so I had 3 varieties, which were Sifra, Mondial and Vala.
When it comes to your yields, does variety matter?
Oh yes, it really does. Each and every variety have got different genetic potential, which contributes to a certain characteristics that you need of. Some contributes to those round shapes which are needed by the other market, whilst some with large tubers, but the shape is not round and it's demanded by other markets, which is different from the demands of other markets. And yeah, so that's basically it. And some are more resistant to diseases than others. There's a whole lot of factors. Okay,
so as we will be there in town, sitting on the bridges, we'll be discussing a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
So I once heard some guys saying that if you plant your potatoes during rain season, you're going to face a lot of challenges, let's say in terms of pest, in terms of different diseases. But I'm seeing that you have a good crop during rain season. How do you manage that?
So during this rain time, it's known to almost every farmer or someone who knows something about farming that after every rains you have to spray a fungicide, be it copper, be it be it mancozeb, be it anthraco. It's a preventative spray to make sure that because what happens with disease development is there's the element of host, then there is the pathogen, and then there is the environment. That's the disease triangle. So by spraying copper, we're making sure that we destroy the pathogen, that is the disease causing organism. So after every rains, it is a priority. So it's one of those things that I've been following through faithfully to make sure that my crop still stands. Even we're already in the middle of the rains, but it's still looking like it's been just planted earlier. So that's how I do it.
Okay, so Mr. Wadditon Tsoka, I want to ask something about when it comes to disease. Which kind of disease do you expect when it comes to potatoes?
About the diseases, the most common ones and problematic in potatoes have early blight, late blight, soft rose, black leg. It's one of those diseases that if you don't give them an eye, can cause 100% loss in your yield and compromise your quality. So basically, that's when you have to make sure that you know which disease you are dealing with, paired to the right exact chemical that you have to use. So that's how you have to deal with these kind of problems. So all you have to do is to have the knowledge first, and if you don't have the knowledge, consult those who know. There are local agronomists and other people with experience that you can consult and make sure that you treat your crop right.
How many potatoes do you expect per plant, let's say?
Well, for mine, I can get to 16 to 20. That's the average per each plant.
Okay, and then like per hectare, how many tonnage do you expect per hectare?
Okay, for this one, I'm expecting 50 tons per hectare.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm expecting.
No, this is too much.
That suits my.
So, like, what I can say is actually a profitable project.
Oh, of course it is. Otherwise, if it wasn't, we wouldn't be doing it.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are hearing it from the man. He's saying that we are here just to give you information, to inspire you, and then also to showcase what other farmers are doing. Tell me, how important is technology in your farming activity?
Okay, so basically with new technology and its advancement, it makes work easier and more efficient. So for instance of what you saw yesterday, that's a mist blower. We use it for spraying chemicals, so it sprays it as a mist with high concentration, meaning that it's more efficient and the efficacy is more as well for killing the insects or controlling the diseases. So that's the beauty of technology. It makes work more easier and more efficient. Like with the mist blower, you saw even the operator is fast-paced compared to someone who's just using a basic knapsack sprayer. You move with more pace because it's engine-driven, so you have to kind of try to match up with the speed, hence it's faster.
Okay, so you're now modernizing agriculture, farming.
Oh yes.
You're now bringing like some new technology. I understand, like here where we are, it's a pivot, it's an irrigation system, which you call it pivot, right?
Yeah, center pivot.
Tell us, like, how does it help you to improve your farming activity?
Okay, so firstly, it's accurate. I mean, for instance, let's look at potatoes. It has its water demands, which are very accurate. Like, at a certain growth stage, you know that you need 44 millimeters per week, and then with this pivot, you can actually set it at a certain speed that it will actually irrigate at 44 millimeters per given time. You see, so it helps us in being accurate, making sure that the crop receives enough water for its particular growth stage. For instance, like it's even also uniform distribution of water. You won't see patches which are dry or patches which are more upright than the other. it's all uniform. It's
so like basically what you're saying is it gives the crop the actual moisture that it requires at a certain stage.
Yes.
All right. So I also saw you using a boom sprayer for your potatoes, which are growing there. Can you tell us, like, I saw some calibration. Your guys were doing some mechanical doing. So to tell us, like, how does that improve? Because we were comparing the two. I saw some guys with knapsack sprayers, and then the funny part of it is the guys just went like twice. He was done with the tractor. So tell us, how does also that contribute to your growth of your production?
Okay, so when it comes to potato production, we are scaling up. So we can't scale up whilst spraying with knapsack sprayers. I mean, it becomes so huge. I mean, the labor and everything takes a lot of time. So with the boom sprayer, my boom sprayer is 16 meters long. You see, so to cover a hectare, we just need to make maybe 3 meters. I mean, 3 rounds to cover a hectare. Then it's done. And the other thing is, it's motor driven as well. So it has enough pressure to blow off the insects. I mean, to penetrate, full cover sprays, everything else. So it's just more efficient, and it's a two-man job to cover 10, 20, 30 hectares, whatsoever it is, just 2 people.
So you're now trying to eliminate human labor, or
not exactly.
What I say?
The goal is to increase revenue and make sure that the costs are as low as possible.
Yeah, that's so true. That's so
yes,
true.
yes.
Okay, so lastly, I would like to ask you, we are already in 2023.
Oh yeah.
Sorry guys, we didn't wish you a happy new year.
Happy New Year,
Happy New Year to you guys. So, what's your, let's say, your year plan for this year?
All right. So, in terms of production, last year I did 5 hectares of potatoes. So I'm looking forward to do 20 hectares this year.
Impressive.